So today I would like to show you some games from my road to 2000 on chess.com for Rapid. What does it mean? I made an account because they made a discount on a Black Friday, and I started to play Rapid, Correspondence and Blitz, and see if I could reach the 2000, because I was kind of very rusty. And of course, I also think that things have changed a lot in chess in the last 5 years, which was when I was playing tournament chess, OTB. Okay, so in this game I'm a white, and what I'm also trying to show you is, in my opinion, that the game review of chess.com is not really good for teaching you about chess. And I will tell you why. For example, this game I played with white against a player that is rated 1768 black, and I swear I remember that after the game I generally clicked game review, and it gave me an accuracy of 99%. Now, few days after, I finally have the time to make this video, and it gives me an accuracy of 92.9. I don't understand what changed. By the way, at the end of the game, my game rating was 2350 and my opponent 1800. Again, I don't know why. No? Let's start. Okay. So, we start the review with
opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games.
So I open with e4 because, yes, I think I wanted to change my opening repertoire in view of a possible return to OTB chess.
e5 is a common response that establishes a presence in the center, controls d4, and opens up the queen and dark-squared bishop.
Okay, so maybe it was another game that I got 99%, because I thought this one was Scandinavian. Okay, no problem. So in this case, I play knight f3.
Knight f3 develops the knight toward the center, attacks the e5 pawn, and prepares to castle.
My opponent plays knight c6.
Knight c6 develops the knight toward the center, protects the pawn on e5, and eyes the d4 square.
And I play d4.
In the Scotch game, d4 gains space in the center and attacks the e5 square twice.
E takes.
E takes d4 opens up the center and is somewhat forced, given that white was attacking the pawn twice, and protecting with d6 doesn't work out.
And now I play this typical move, bishop c4, because the idea of the open games is that you want to attack f7 and that you want to keep the enemy king in the center. Okay? So that's the idea behind it.
Bishop c4 develops the bishop to an active square, attacks the f7 pawn, and prepares castling. Bishop c5 develops the bishop toward the center and defends the d4 pawn.
This is probably theory, honestly. I think so. I hope so. But it shouldn't be made with the idea of keeping the pawn, because you're not going to keep it. Now, the thing is, at this point, I didn't remember what I should do, but this is an open game, okay? I just gave up a pawn. I need to go faster and faster to try to attack the opponent. How do you do that? So you can pause and think about it, or you can think in general terms about the thing that you want to accomplish. Three things in the opening. One is to bring out all the pieces. Two is to castle. And three, connect the rooks. In this case, how do I bring out all the pieces? Well, the move is c3.
c3 attacks the d4 pawn and offers a gambit pawn.
So why did I play this? Because I want to bring out this, and then guys, watch this possibility. But now this diagonal is open.
This overlooks an opportunity to develop a knight off its starting square. This allows the opponent to sacrifice a bishop for a nice tactic.
And this is the truth. He did this, but probably this was the right move, I think, and not take. Take is bad. However, again, I had to think here, no? What do you play in this position? Do you take or do you do something else? I thought that the problem is this. You see, guys, this is not protected. So I put two ideas together, keeping the enemy king in the center and taking this bishop back. Once I do this, boom! This is a great sacrifice that obviously, unfortunately, I had to think when I played it, because I wanted to be sure. And then I thought, yeah, but I mean, if he also takes here, I bring out another piece. This is not protected. My queen will be here blocking everything. It should work. I thought it should work. Again, I didn't know because I'm not a computer, right?
You found the right idea by sacrificing your bishop.
And this move, bishop take bishop here, is brilliant, but in my opinion is not brilliant. Why do I say that? Not because I'm criticizing myself, but because honestly it's the open games. If you have seen enough games, this thing, especially Tal, if you see Tal, that the bishop goes there, it's practically certain in most of his game, no? So that's why we watch the games of the champions, because they teach us how to think, no? So I don't think the movie is brilliant because you can see it in many champions, and the idea that I gave you behind, keep this guy in the center because you will kill it, and that's the idea.
Recaptures.
And now, obviously, what do you play? You don't play to take here, you play queen d5 because you need to retake something.
There was only one good move and you found it. It's critical to develop your pieces as early as possible in the game.
And now he plays king e8.
This steps away from the checking queen.
But I'm not sure this is the right thing, you know. Obviously, again, I don't use the engine to analyze the games because I think it would make me lazy. It will give the answer for me, and that cannot work. I'm sorry, it cannot work. Honestly, I thought he would have played this. Why? Because once I take, boom, this is the move. And now you have to use another tempo to move this queen back. And I thought I would play this, which is not great because I'm blocking this, right? But at least I have kept this guy in the center. But what did Black accomplish? He accomplished that he can get out a piece. So that's why, in my opinion, King f8 was better than King e8. So that's why. Instead, my opponent didn't think of it. I don't know why. But
you had a better option, but this is not bad.
Okay, I don't know what is the better option. I really would like to know. So follow up. Okay, here it shows a huge variation, but it doesn't tell me what was the better option. Let me go back, then...
You had a better option, but this is not bad.
Ah, okay. So he says that in this position I should have played this. That's interesting. Yeah, makes sense. because, but you know why I didn't play it? Because I didn't want him to do this and this, like I showed you before. Okay, this is a kind of interesting move. Let's see then. Okay, so after queen takes c5.
This misses a better way to defend a pawn that was under attack. You
Okay,
overlooked an opportunity to defend a pawn. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value.
okay, and he played this. Sorry, but strangely my fingers are too big for clicking on a move. Yeah, so guys, obviously here he want to exchange the queens. Do I do that? Obviously not. I don't have any reason to do it. Now, the computer might be right and tell me, oh, you need to exchange it because there is no better move in reality, but I didn't like it. Because once you exchange the queens, the game it's a little drawish, right? It's not what I wanted to do.
You overlooked an opportunity to defend a pawn that was under attack. You permitted the opponent to create a passed pawn.
Okay, so what does it say is true? I gave up this pawn, right? But I'm attacking also this one. 2, he says, now this is a passed pawn, so how do you stop it? Okay, but I'm not playing a computer. Again, I'm playing a human that in that time was just 50 points less than me. I was rated 1800, 1812, and he was rated 1768. So he obviously played queen takes e4. But queen takes e4, honestly, it plays into my idea because I want to develop the pieces, right?
The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by pawns as it tries to promote. This is the only move that works, and you found it. You blocked the check from an opposing queen.
And this is why, guys, I tell you, game review is a little strange. He marked this move as a great move. This is not a great move. This is the only move. Why? Because obviously I don't want to play this or this, right? So this is the only move. If it's the only move, how can it be great? It doesn't make any sense, right? To me, it doesn't make any sense. So at this point, he plays knight
This is
f6.
a better way to defend a pawn that was under attack.
I castle.
Castling kingside helps to complete your development.
Because my idea was then to play knight bd2, right? And here he plays this.
This allows the opponent to win a queen through a fork.
And this is the funny thing. I was still in the mood for, hey, I need to play this, I need to develop, but what do I do after? I'm down a pawn. And then you see, guys, why there are the 3 questions that everybody should ask, which is, can I give check? Can I take an enemy piece, or can I attack something? Generally, these 3 questions should be part of our mindset, and instead I failed to do that. I admit it. I failed to do that, and I played. At a certain point, it dawned on me that after a few seconds, however, it dawned on me. I said, "Oh, wait a minute!" Boom. And this is ridiculous because you see, we say that chess is a game of thinking, but in reality I didn't think. Because to think would have mean to ask myself a question. Can I give check? And I didn't do it, and I found the move because I'm a veteran player. So some of these things come out in your thinking. But I was obviously very tempted to play this because I wanted to remove and I wanted to connect the rooks and finish my development, no? And then attack. But as you can see, without asking myself questions that I should have asked, I arrive at the right move. So I think chess is a kind of lucky game between humans. And I want to tell you one thing also. he played this, but he didn't ask the same thing. He didn't ask himself, can my opponent give me check? Because if he would have asked, he wouldn't have played it, right? And why did he play this? Because he wanted to take the king out, because he knew that I would have played this at a certain point. So it's understandable, his move. The problem is that it wasn't the right solution. By the way, I want to tell you also another thing. This was a 15 minutes game, okay, with a 10 seconds increment. At the end of this game, my opponent clock was 15 minutes and 58 seconds. And my clock was 15 minutes and 29 seconds. We just played 12 moves, okay? Clearly, we were blitzing. So what's the meaning of playing rapid if we are still blitzing? Thank you very much for watching. See you to the next video with another of these interesting games.